My name is Matthew Carter, and I'm here at my first ever Synod. This year's focus is on environmentalism and taking care of God's creation. Through various workshops, as well as a keynote address from Dr. Stephen Sharper, we're beginning to see why taking care of Mother Earth should be a serious issue to us as Anglicans.
I think we, as people of faith, are being called to be part of a creation chain of courage, to speak, when necessary, truth to power, to utter a word of care, concern, and caution for creation, which God declared good long before we, unfeathered bipeds, ever made the scene and stood on our hind legs to look up at the stars.
The day began with some intense Synod discussion revolving around budgeting and allocation of funds, but the highlight was definitely the bishop's charge delivered by Archbishop Colin Johnson. I was able to sit down with a couple of the Synod delegates in order to get their impression on the bishop's words.
The stuff at the beginning about the people in Zimbabwe in the tent was really moving.
And I told them, you people here, you face persecution and suffering, but you are not alone. You are part of a worldwide communion, and we know about what is happening here, and we are holding you in prayer.
First of all, seeing it on a global scale and in the sense of realizing there are still a lot of persecuted Christians out there.
There was stunned silence. And then they broke out in ululations because they had thought that they were alone.
And it's encouraging. It's just welcoming, and I felt encouraged by his message. Because often we sometimes, at least I do, sometimes see it kind of as a schism in the church, kind of a breakup. But you realize even though there's sometimes theological differences, I was mentioning some leaders, there's still a connection we have. There's still a global communion and a shared liturgy and a shared doctrine, and I think that's what brings us together.
Well, I really appreciated him sharing some of the stories of his travels and the different connections with the worldwide Anglican Church. It's one of the things that attracted me to the Anglican Church in the first place, and but also connecting that to a sense of mission, not only in these different areas of the world, but also in our own diocese and in our own city.
These inspiring messages from Dr. Sharper and the Archbishop, along with an encouraging update regarding the Our Faith, Our Hope campaign from the Reverend Douglas Stout, helped set the tone for the rest of Synod, one that worked to excite and galvanize us for the upcoming workshops and sessions.